This is Mantua Model's Anteo 39-inch harbor steam tug. This model was built by Bruce Moreland of Westport, Washington. 39 inches long, approximately 11-inch beam, about 7.5-inch hull depth. The original boat has limewood planking, for they intended on it fully being polished, or painted, excuse me. My bottom is painted with copper paint, and it's actually starting to turn green from this salt water that we run in. And from below the water line to the top of the bulwarks, the second layer of planking on this model is done in walnut, which then the whole hull has actually got 2 layers of microwave boat cloth and epoxy resin for waterproofing, and it's extremely fared around. There again, salt water on brass. The corrosion has already started setting in a little bit. That wonderful green patina, as they call it. The anchor winch I never painted. All 38 pieces in the kit. Then on the capstan I went and added my own chain, and that is for the size of this chain. It has got to be the strongest chain on the market. I literally have taken a pair of needle nose pliers and grabbed that chain and was unable to break it, although I did stretch the links so tight that they became rigid. The black object up here on top of the pilot house is actually for the helmet camera that I'm holding in my hand. And yes, I do keep the bulwarks polished. Wheelhouse door open, and I don't know if you can see the detail inside the wheelhouse or not through the open door. The ship's wheel and all the gauges on the helm area there, and then the chart table straight in. Turn the boat around there, you should be able to see the gauges on the panel. This is the bracket that holds the helmet camera that I'm holding in my hand. The ladder I made myself. They had originally the safety valve line. They had it sitting here. That would, if the safety valve went off or the person up the ladder had blown them right off the ladder. So I put it in the back of the stack where it should have been. And I made my own steam whistle. The area over the engine, all these little hatches, they open up, and it makes it quite easier for all the electronics on this particular model is located right inside the master switch. I can turn on just by opening up one of the hatches and sticking my finger through it and flipping the switch forward. Then again, for turning it off, opening up the very first hatch and pushing it backwards. Basically, there's only 2 servos on this. One's for the electronic horn, and the other one, which is located down in there, down in the hole, is for the steering gear, which is in the very, very back of the boat. And the hatches fit so tight that you have to literally press them in place. The escape scuttles on the deck, I usually use a small screwdriver that I can get my fingernail in there. It's not going to cooperate, but they open up, and the towing hook, fully functional. The air vents are actually functional. This one actually has incorporated a smoke system into the stack, which works very well, and the switch for that little bugger is right here. On is up, off is down. It's just a push and pull switch. There again, the two escape scuttles here actually open up, and it's open. Main hatch. Main hatch off. Harbor model smoke system sitting down here. The little 1/2-inch tube just goes in here, and it also sits right in the back of the stack. And I made an adapter to where you get a full flow of smoke. The antenna, receiver antenna wire actually plugs in. The antenna on the pilot house is the actual receiver antenna. Down inside is a Grapner Ecoperm 6-volt motor. I'm running two 6-volt 7-amp-hour batteries, and you can see the additional lead for the ballast. Each one of those blocks is 1 pound. I also have a 1/2 pound on each side forward. And there's 4 pounds on each side. It gives a total of 9. And back, all the way in the back, there's another 1/2 pound on each side. So there's 4, 8, 9, 10 pounds of lead in the boat. It gives a total weight of about 22 pounds. And it brings the boat, with the lead, the batteries in, it brings the boat right down to the water line. Along with the Brucey, which I showed you on the first video, this boat will also be in the water in just a few moments as soon as we put the batteries on inside and hook everything up. Both boats will be in the water, and you'll have an opportunity to see those boats running.